famous pianist told blind black boy to play just for fun, but he has an unbelievable gift. The concert hall was buzzing with excitement. In just minutes, the world-renowned pianist Alexander Petrov will be taking the stage. Every seat was filled, the chandelier light sparkled, and a grand piano sat center stage, gleaming under the spotlights. In the second row sat 11-year-old Malik, his hands resting in his lap, a white cane leaning against his chair. Malik had been blind since birth, but his ears caught every sound. The rustle of programs, the soft cough of someone nearby, the distant hum of tuning strings. Malik wasn't here for the concert. His aunt worked backstage as a cleaner, and she brought him along because she couldn't find a babysitter. Malik had no idea that tonight would change his life forever. After the concert, as people filed out and the grand piano sat in silence, Malik's aunt was wiping down the front row when she noticed her nephew wandering closer to the stage. "Malik, stay here," she called, but the boy had already reached the steps. At that moment, Alexander Petrov himself re-entered the hall, still in his formal tails, sipping water. He spotted the small boy running his fingers along the piano's polished surface. "You like the piano?" Petrov asked warmly. Malik tilted his head toward the sound of the man's voice. "It sounds like it's smiling," he said, his fingers still exploring the keys. Petrov chuckled. "That's a new one. Do you play?" "No," Malik said softly. "I've never touched one before." Petrov raised an eyebrow. "Never? Well, my young friend, how about you play just for fun?" Malik hesitated. "I don't know how." "That's fine," Petrov said, gently taking the boy's hand and placing it on middle C. "Just press any key that feels right. Let your ears tell you where to go." Malik sat down on the bench, his small hands hovering above the keys. He pressed a note, hesitant at first, and then another and another. The notes began to weave together, flowing with unexpected rhythm and grace. Petrov froze, water bottle still in hand. The melody wasn't random. It was deliberate, haunting, and beautiful. Malik played with instinctive dynamics, softening and swelling at all the right moments, as though the piano was speaking through him. Petrov's jaw tightened. "What are you playing?" Malik shrugged. "I don't know. I just hear in my head." The piece built into a sweeping cascade of notes, something that would take a trained musician years to master. Petrov realized with shock that the boy was not only playing in perfect pitch, but also layering harmonies without knowing their names. By the time Malik finished, the hall was silent except for the faint echo of the last chord. Petrov had to take a deep breath before speaking. "Malik, you have something very rare. Do you know what perfect pitch is?" "No," Malik replied. "It means you can hear music exactly as it is. Every note, every key, without needing to see the sheet music. It's a gift most musicians dream of having." Malik's aunt came rushing up, flustered. "I'm so sorry, sir. He's not supposed to be bothering you." Petrov held up a hand. "Bothering me? This boy just gave me the best performance I've heard in years." He crouched so he was eye level with Malik. "Would you like to learn to play for real?" Malik's face lit up. "Could I?" "Not could," Petrov said firmly. "You must." Over the next months, Petrov arranged for Malik to have lessons, not just from any teacher, but from himself in between tours. Malik's progress was astonishing. He memorized pieces after hearing them only once, and could even recreate entire symphonies from memory. 2 years later, Petrov surprised the audience at his sold-out New York concert. "Tonight," he said into the microphone, "I want to introduce someone special. A boy who taught me that music is not something you read on a page. It's something you feel with your whole soul." He stepped aside and Malik walked on stage, guided by his cane but wearing a confident smile. The audience erupted in applause. Malik sat at the grand piano and began to play, not a famous classical piece, but his own composition, It started soft, almost like a whisper, then grew into a sweeping, powerful melody that seemed to paint pictures in the minds of every listener. Some imagined rivers, others imagined stars, but everyone felt something deep and unexplainable. When the final note faded, the hall was still. Then the applause came, thunderous and unending. Petrov stood at the side, clapping harder than anyone. That night, Malik didn't just play for fun. He played for the world, and the world listened.